and that is the thing that God have to do. You cannot just take away the thing that God have to do in the midst of people. And if you look onto the midst of people, I would tell you there are so many things that God is the one that is doing it. It takes a man of the spirit to tell you what God is doing in your life. So if you be in the midst of the people and you discover that in this midst of the people, that what you are seeing is what God is doing, knowing it well that you cannot have this kind of confirmation unless the Spirit reveal it for you. Because there's a place you will look and you find yourself. You find out that if not God on the side of those people, those things they were doing will look impossible. And that is why sometimes it takes the mystery of God for those that understand the things of God to give good interpretation about the things of God. There are some people you find, they will find themselves where they find themselves. Many good things are happening. The truth still remains, not them that make those many good things to be happening. There is a God in their midst. Wherever God is, it's true that sometimes the eyes of people that didn't understand will never understand it. And because they will not understand it, they take it the way they see it. There's a position you find yourself, you find out that you are not the one that kept yourself in that position. Many may fight for that position, but they do not get it. But you get it in a mysterious way, in a way even you cannot know how to give people or tell people how you find yourself in that place. Even you cannot tell the story what bring you there. So means what that place is telling you that there are some people God just take them out and put them where they should be. It's just matter of time and patience with God in your life. If truly you can exercise it within yourself, you do not need to keep on forcing yourself when things or time of things have never yet to be in your life. Whatever makes up a time of your time, it will reach you. That is why sometimes you find some people, those that always understand the things and the mystery of God in their life, they will still tell you that what they are going and passing through and having it within themselves is God. Because they know that what they are passing is God and what they are getting is God. That means they have understand the really truth about God in their life. One thing about life is that whatever anyone do, there's some people they still commonizing God and commonizing what God is doing. But actually, that does not make God not to be God. So you that always find yourself surprisingly that what you have been getting in your life, it becomes something unworrisome to you. You look unto yourself, you do not merited it. You look unto yourself, you do not work it. You look unto yourself, it is not that something you really know how it comes, but on your way, all these things just come in your way. I must tell you the truth. Many of things that come in your way, if they put you onto work, you cannot work one out of them. If they say, or you say you want to work towards it to achieve to get them, you cannot work one of them. All these things are showing you that it's not by the work that you position yourself that makes it. It's the way and the grace and how God arranged those things that makes it. There are some people they will tell you that they really know that this thing they did not merited it, but they find themselves because there are some things that worked by the grace of God in the life of every other one. There are some people their grace is promoting them in their life. Their grace, which means the grace of God is promoting them. Our grace are different than each other. And you do not need to imitate any grace. It's a nature of God in life of people. There are some people you discover that the grace that God have given unto them are the grace they are exercising, and that grace is working for them. Even sometimes they may see dead, but they couldn't end up in there. Why? Because their time haven't yet reached. So there's something about grace that you cannot take away from life. You see, if the grace of God is upon your life, it means there's something that God is. It's not about looking unto you like a sinner or condemning as a sinner. It's just grace. And God have already spread his grace above other things in our life. We have different grace we are operating. So if you look onto what you are doing, is by the grace of God, and you understand it is by the grace of God. Even the life you're living, see by the grace of God, because something must confirm this grace of God in your life. You cannot just say by the grace of God without seeing evidence of God in it. It's like you have become to understand that in many this journey you are passing, you are going, you are coming. No, there is a hand is working for you. So you have to knowing it very well that God is not just a God. You just look down on yourself and look down on what God is doing in your life, or tell yourself that you are the one. There are difference between work and grace. A work is something that you find yourself doing. It was taking you, and you can be able to give people account of it. But grace is something that no one can give account of it. You can't give account of a grace, because as you are seeing it, the thing is just pouring out, because it's something you do not merited. But you find yourself, but something will tell you that, I did not know that all these things are the preparation of God in my life. So if you want to say that you really come and become what you are by your power, or you tell people, if not by your hard work, yes, you may say it, but sometimes people achieve more great things by grace, and not the grace that is on man, but the grace of God. Because if you look unto it, a grace cannot be able to be a thing that you can just say you have it and you cannot exercise it. It exercise, even the sinner, they exercise their grace. This is why it become a mystery. A sinner, God may continue extending grace to a sinner you call a sinner, and you call yourself a person that truly you are with God all the time. This is why the mystery of God is beyond human being control. Understand it. You don't just use a calculation of your own calculation to calculate God. No, you don't not just use the way God is leading you and conclude that that is how God will lead everybody. No, you don't just say because you have never passed through that difficult time that people doesn't pass through difficulty. No, you don't just say that because you have already achieved what you want to achieve that everybody will achieve what you have. No, you don't just say that because life is giving you your own satisfaction, that life is giving everybody their own satisfaction. No, you cannot just say because you have become what nobody knows that you will be, that everybody will become what he wants to be. No. So you should know that grace have his own way. He play his own role. So it's just for you to exercise the grace that God has bestowed upon you. But I encourage you, if truly you have the Spirit, allow the Spirit to design you. Only thing that you need to do, give time to time, allow the Word of God, which I believe He has much to say in our life, to be speaking into you about God, and which you, if you hear, you do, it will lead you in a very position way of your life. May you do what God wants, and you see the move of the Spirit.